Beyblade. Some of you may know it as a top game for kids, an anime of people getting killed by them, or dangerous fidget spinners. Today, we're going to cover the competitive side of Beyblade. We're going to dive into my first Beyblade tournament. As soon as I heard a tournament was on the horizon, I started making preparations for it. Now let me explain the rules. For the tournament, you're going to bring a set of 3 bays. You're allowed to change your deck to counter against opponents. For the tournament, instead of 4 points to win a battle, you'll now need 5. There will be 5 Swiss rounds, in which your win record will determine if you make it to top 8. The first combo in my deck I'm using is Phoenix Wing 160 Rush. This combo is a powerhouse of an attack Beyblade. It utilizes the heavy Phoenix blade, combined with the 160 ratchet to make one contact point hit extremely hard, and the Rush Bit's continuous extreme dash power. The second bay in my deck is the Stamina King Wizard Rod 960 Ball. The Wizard Rod blade has extremely good weight distribution, allowing it to have high stamina. I'm using the 960 ratchet because it has high burst resistance, and I'm using the ball bit because it's less prone to destabilizing and it has some high stamina. This bay can spin for over 2 minutes, which is an extremely long time in Beyblade X turns. It also boasts a good amount of defense. The third and last combo I'm using is Silver Wolf 360 Hexa. Silver Wolf has a free spin ring, which not only helps with stamina, but also destabilizes the opponent. 360 ratchets to help with burst resistance while maintaining a low height, and the Hexa bit is for extreme defense. The technique I'll be using throughout the tournament is the reverse X dash, where you go the opposite way across the rail to dodge attacks. Now that all the preparations have been made, let's head on over to the tournament. I was soon called up for my first match. I was picked to choose what side of the stadium I wanted. I chose the right side. After a couple seconds of waiting, the match finally began. The first bay I was going with was my attacker, Phoenix Wing. My opponent was using a Cobalt Dragoon Rush combo. I took this into account when forming my plan. What I decided to do was avoid the extreme line at all costs to conserve stamina. I did this because Cobalt Dragoon can equalize, but on Rush it's not too good, so if I have a bit more stamina, then I'll be able to outlast me. And the strategy soon paid off. I quickly pulled out my Wizard Rod combo and angled myself to do a reverse extreme dash.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
By using the reverse X dash, I was able to pull off a counterattack against his bay. After that, all I had to do was stall to get a stamina finish.
Yeah, you probably heard Rush kick, I could tell. Yeah, I saw that reverse X dash there.
After that battle, I became super confident in my skills, as I would for the rest of the tournament. As I saw my opponent with an aggressive tilt, I decided to flat launch, knowing that I could hit him into the over finish pocket. As if I already knew how the match would play out from the beginning, I immediately got the over finish I was looking for. I decided to play it safe and go with my Wizard Rod combo.
3, 2, 1, go shoot!
I noticed the way he oriented his launcher, it would make his bay spin in the center. So what I decided to do was a reverse X dash to hit it out into the over finish pocket. This plan worked flawlessly. After this 0-6 clean sweep, I sat there eagerly waiting for my next match. And in about 10 minutes, I was called up for my next match. This match will be a lot different from the last, as I actually practiced with this guy before the tournament started. I've already showed him some of the techniques I know, and 2 of the combos I'm using. Thankfully, I left my third combo out as a surprise for the tournament battle. Let's see how I do. Similar to the other matches, I notice his launch angle and immediately think of a strategy. I recall back to when I was practicing against him and how he also used the same launch angle, and I devised a counter strategy against it. All I had to do was flick my launcher forward slightly, and then I'd be able to stick up in the left top of the stadium and hit him right into the over finish.
1, go shoot!
And just as planned, it works. What was crazy about this win is that my launcher literally malfunctioned as soon as I was shooting my Beyblade, and still, I won somehow. Honestly, I think it helped.
If you notice it again, call it right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
This has got to be the dumbest defeat I've ever had in Beyblade X. The reason I lost this match is because the ref was literally in the way, so I wasn't able to do my reverse extreme dash right. This cost me 2 points. I didn't dwell on it too long and moved on to the next match. I went into the match with Silver Wolf, knowing to direct counter to his Bay Phoenix win. Just gotta stay up. Just so you can't knock me out. This proves to be a good choice as I win by a stamina finish.
Alright, go ahead and reorder the fight.
I then choose the Bay Wizard Rod, which would come back to bite me in the end.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
I had an extremely good start, evading all of his attacks with Wizard Rod. But then I got hit into the extreme finish pocket.
That's the extreme 3-point swing.
Looking back on this was an extremely dumb choice. It would be smartest to use Silver Wolf, as it completely counters his entire deck. Let's move on to the next match. I picked Phoenix Swing to go against his Wizard Rod combo, but I launched too hard, making it so when it was on the extreme line, it jumped out of the stadium. I ended up coming out of the pocket, but by then, it was too late. I went with Wizard Rod in case he had any hard-hitting bays that Silver Wolf could handle.
3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Hence his defensive combo, I was able to win it with an outspin. The score is now tied 1-1. For some reason the judge called it a draw, even though it looks like I have a bit more stamina in me, but it's whatever.
It wasn't a full spin, so we're gonna run that same matchup back.
Oh, okay.
So same thing.
Not gonna bore you guys with this next match again, so I'm just gonna pass it. Honestly, I knew after I already won on the extreme line that I was bound to have less stamina in him, so I kinda already knew he was gonna win. The matches between me and this guy is practically just spin finish after spin finish with all our stamina and defensive types. So for every single thing, I'm just gonna keep fast forwarding. I do end up winning this round because of Silver Wolf's higher stamina.
Ladies, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm surprised the judge didn't call a relaunch here, because in the rules it says if you launch on top of your opponent, like at the start, it calls for a relaunch. I take the win by a boring stamina finish.
It works. Ladies, ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
His Wizard Rod redirects my path and makes me get uncontrolled on the extreme line again, knocking me into the over finish.
Ladies, ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
He pulls off a great launch, dodging all my early game attacks. He's also using free ball, which has minimal friction against the stadium, allowing him to get an outspin against me. After losing 2 matches in a row, I started contemplating whether I'd make it to finals, but I didn't give up and prepared to try and win my next 2 matches. Before my next match even started, I just switched to free ball immediately as it countered me beforehand. In this match, I'm bursting the kid I was practicing with earlier. I get a good, strong extreme dash, getting an extreme finish right off the bat. I didn't want to point this out during the match, but the kid is literally launching in a way that would get him disqualified from the tournament.
Hanging. Oh! That could have went to anybody.
I went with Silver Wolf to counter his Buster combo. His Beyblade somehow broke after it got into the overfinish pocket. This has also happened to me with my Whale Wave.
So when a Beyblade breaks, you are now allowed to go and change parts or a whole other blade if you would like.
Let's see how you will do in the next one.
Do that again. 3, 2, 1.
This shows what happens if you launch like him. This is also another reason why I don't advise launching like him, or it can like damage your launcher grips and stuff.
And then he'll have to get a point. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
I then give him some advice, so then he doesn't have to give me a point from another launcher malfunction.
Just use the string launcher. I'll just say, keep falling off your... Yeah, we gotta make sure that
We then replay the match again. And with this, I win the match. I'm now hoping that I can win the next match so I can at least have a slim chance of making it to finals.
1, go shoot! Saw it.
I immediately did an extreme dash that knocked him over into the overfinish pocket.
2 points over finish. 2, 1, go shoot! Great launches.
During this match, I was just tanking all of his attacks.
Oh, whale, but
Because of his lackluster stamina, I do end up winning this by a stamina finish.
no, ready.
I don't really have any strategies for this one. I kind of just let it rip because this bay that he's using is not very strong. We did have a crazy collision.
Stabilizing for the 1 more point. Good pitch.
I won in the match with Silver Wolf to counter against Phoenix.
Oh, big hit.
But I ended up getting comboed by Phoenix right into the upper finish.
2 points. Ready.
I went with the superior stamina combo, Wizard Rod 960 free ball, in order to win by a stamina finish. I end up getting the last point I need to secure my victory.
Spin finish for the 5-2.
This is unfortunately where my Beyblade X tournament would end. As the judge announced who had made it to top 8, I was not on that board. Let's recap everything that happened to me during my tournament and the prizes I ended up winning. Here are all the point ratios for each match. The 2 bays I actually ended up winning is Hammer Incendio and Cal Sphinx. I won both of these in like a raffle, so then they just like grabbed people from matches, pulled out their numbers, and I actually scored them twice, so got some prizes. Pretty nice. I'm mainly glad I actually got this one because I was just gonna buy it like by itself like before at GameStop for like 10 bucks, but ended up saving a bit, which is quite nice. And Cal Sphinx, definitely not the best bay in the game, but still nice to get like a little freebie, especially because like Deer Needle's not really out with that much in Hasbro. I think it's just this release so far, besides the new Leon Crest from Wave 5. Honestly, pretty happy how the tournament like went. I'm kind of sad I didn't make the finals, but it's whatever. There are always going to be next ones, I guess. It's going to take a while. They said there's going to be another one like, I guess in June, so this month. So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to finally making it to top 8 as well. I really want to make it to top 8. Because just winning a tournament actually is one of my goals for like my Beyblade X career, you could say. I just put like the bays I used during the tournament. He's the new mold, original Wizard Rod, green one. Doesn't matter that much. You got the Silver Wolf one. Next time I am probably going to get rid of Silver Wolf though, because I just got Elevate. Well, my other one broke. Still got a spare one though, because I bought 2. I'm going to use Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevator, 160 Elevate. Because Cobalt Dragoon's just, I would say it's better than Silver Wolf, honestly. Better at countering Wizard Rod. Anyways, I'd just like to thank y'all for like watching and like supporting my videos. Really appreciated. Very much appreciated. Sorry for the inconsistent upload schedule. Definitely will try to like get better at that. Just been really busy as of recent. So there hasn't really been much I can been able to upload. Just uploaded like 2 railway videos you can check out. Definitely not my best, but it's what I could get out at that time. Anyways, goodbye. See y'all next video in like probably like a week or so. About to upload about Whale Wave. Hope you guys check it out. It's gonna be a really good video.